Okay, we are live now. And I didn't present it myself, so hello for those who doesn't know me. I'm Bia, I'm 20, I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I've been here on TNT now more than a year, and as a host, almost a year. So it's been quite a long time. And I'm a chemistry student, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bia,
What?
last year you are 20. You have 20 yet?
Yeah,
I don't believe
my
that. I don't believe that.
yeah, my birthday is on August, so
Okay,
almost there.
okay.
I was born in 2000.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let me put the questions before I forget it. You know that day that you just wanted to stay uh, in your bed because it's too cold? That's the day for me. So I'm kind of slow. So if I forget something, you can remind me, okay, guys? Okay. So I put the questions before I forget it. Today we'll talk about and learnings in general, um, school learnings, college learnings, or life learnings. Okay, so learnings in general. Um, Let me change some things. And okay, I think okay. So I didn't I didn't told you what is TNT, but when I was talking Portuguese, I could just say some things. Is this a space where you can just talk in English and with no um, trying to not be afraid of anything because we are all here to learn. Okay. Okay, I will split you in rooms. Let me see how many, because it's better to talk. Just a minute, guys. Oh, I hate when it's so, when we have this silence. Okay, but I almost got it. I'll just change some things. And okay. So, don't forget to present yourself in your room and choose a leader. The leader will be responsible to ask the questions and make sure that everyone is talking. Okay. You are not obligated to follow all of these questions and this order, and you can even create your own questions. Okay. So you're not obligated to follow them. They exist just to guide the conversation, but you are free. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I forgot anything. So let's start, guys. See you.
See you.
Okay. Let me see. People are going there. So, Krislana, Christopher, Dalmo, Natalia, and Wesley, please be here with me. Okay. So, guys, let's start. I just presented myself. So, who can go next?
So, hello, I'm Dalmo. I'm from Belo Horizonte. I have 34 years old, and it's a pleasure being here with you.
So guys, my name is Wesley. I'm 24 years old. I was born and live in Rio, and I'm graduating business. That's all, guys. Nice to meet you all.
Hello, guys. I am Natalia. I am 27 years old, and I am from Rio Grande do Sul, but I live in Brasilia right now, and I have a degree in chemical engineering, and that's it. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Hello everyone, my name is Crislana. I'm from São João, Bahia. I'm 18. I'm a Spanish hostess here at TNT and I learn English.
Perfect. Okay, guys, let's start. Let me see. Natalia, do you remember the last thing you learned?
So even I am an engineer, I love communication, and I am making a course about storytelling. So I am learning how to communicate, how communicate myself better by telling stories, and I think it's amazing.
That's really nice. Actually, it is something that I should do because I am terrible at communicating. So I think it would be really nice to do it. And you're liking it?
Yes.
Great. And you, Dalmo, what was the last thing you learned?
I think I learn a lot of things every day, but something that I'm reading about these last days is about a history of Portugal, because it's somewhere that I want to go someday after all the pandemic. And I like to study a little bit about the culture of the place. So, and I like because it's very important. I think it's very important for us because we almost don't know anything about that side of the history. So I'm liking a lot.
That's really nice. And Wesley, what was the last thing?
So in my case, the last thing that I learned was logic of programming because I wanna work with programming, Then I need to study a lot about logic of programming, and that was the last thing that I learned. That's it.
So it seems to be really hard. And Krislana, what about you?
I learned about the action of gluten and yeast in baking because it's a subject that I have in my course at school.
Awesome. And Christopher, do you want to answer? Okay, I don't think so. So, Damo, do you think that the learning process is always hard?
I think it will depends on a lot of factors. I think will depend of the how the subject is teach, uh, what's your background, what ways you choose to have that knowledge. So I think it will depends about in very it will depends on a lot of factors. I think for some person, as the same subject can be easy to learn, for another person, it can be harder. So I don't think it's we cannot generalizate. I don't know if this word exists, but it's not the same for everybody. And it's not the same every in all your life. I think there is, for example, when you are young, there is some kind of stuff that you will not understand. When you are older, you can understand things that you didn't understand when you were young, for example.
Natalia, do you agree with him?
Yes, I agree with him. I think it depends of a lot of about a lot of facts. And for me, for example, I don't have any problems with numbers, but with grammar, I have a lot of problems. So I hate grammar. It's a problem to me. Even I like a lot to read. For example, I like literature and history, but I hate grammar. So for me, it's terrible to study grammar, for example. But study history, study data analysis, and I don't know, I like to study a lot of different things. But when I need to study something that I don't like, for me, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's always terrible. It's a hard process.
Oh, I understand you. I really do. And Wesley, what about you? Do you agree, disagree?
Yes, I agree with the guys. I think that depends a lot of the situation, you know. I think that each of us has a different method or background, as Down said. Then the same subject can be hard or easy for each of us. And then what I usually do in order to avoid, you know, think that it's hard on one subject that I want to learn is do not create expectation, you know, about the subject. I just go there and start study, and don't create expectation if it's gonna be hard or not. So, and then I go on and face the challenge to learn the things. So that's it.
Yeah, I understand that. And what about you, Krislana?
So I think depends of the person. Like me, when I started to learn Spanish, I was young. Then I then I am now, and it's more easy because you are young. You don't have some for example to work or in the university. You don't have problems, so I think it was more easy to me. But I think depends of not only if you study, but you that what you are you um, oh my gosh doing, because for example I think everyone here works or studies, so it's hard to take time to study and um, participating like TNT, participating in meetings and study and have a goal, for example, a goal for the final of month, and it's I think depends of the case.
Awesome. I kind of disagree with all of you, because I think that it is always hard. I mean, it's not always. Um, it's not. How can I say it? It's not always hard, but it's not always easy. You know, I think that every time that we have to learn something, we have to I don't know, maybe sacrifice some things. For example, a day off, you can not being in your bed and start to try to learn something. So it's not easy. For me, I am pretty lazy, so it's not easy for me sometimes to wake up and start to study or start. Oh my god, what a noise. Sorry, it was a motorcycle. So it's not that easy all the time. I gave you just one example, but I think that there are many examples. You all told us some examples, and I agree with that with you about it. I think that how hard it is depends on many things, but I think that is hard all the time, not that it's hard, but it's not easy all the time. So I'll just say it in Portuguese for you to understand. Christopher, se você tiver alguma coisa para falar sobre qualquer coisa que a gente esteja debatendo aqui, pode abrir o microfone e falar, tá? Não fique tímido.
Gente, eu tô muito tímido. Vocês já são avançados já, cara.
Não, tá todo mundo aprendendo aqui.
Tô fingindo que eu tô em outro país, que eu cheguei agora há pouco, que eu não sou recém-chegado do Brasil, então tô tentando me familiarizar aqui.
Pode ir com calma, como eu falei aqui, a gente tá todo mundo aqui aprendendo, então sem problema, tá? Quando você se sentir à vontade para falar alguma coisa, só abre o microfone e falar, tá?
It's okay.
Okay. So, does anyone here wants to add something about this topic, about how hard it is or no? Okay. So, Krish, how is it in your school? Like, do you get good grades or not? It is easy for you to learn things fast and pass the tests?
I knew that I was the first to answer this question.
It was totally random. You have no idea.
I'm an average student. I think if I study the subject, I can take good grades. But I think I was better than before my high school, because high school it's a little bit difficult, and I changed my school, and I went to a different school. It's a federal, and now I study the normal subjects and the subjects of my course. So, for example, in my 10th grade, I was 20 subjects, so it's a little bit hard. And I think I'm an average student. I take good degrees.
Awesome. Continue like that. Keep studying. And you, Wesley. Please, guys, adapt the question for yourself, okay?
Okay, so in my case, not at all. I remember when I was a teenager, I was just there in the school just to messy around, with my friends. I didn't get good grades. I just started studied very, very hard in the end of my high school, to get into the university. And then when I get into the university, I started to study very, very hard, not just the subjects about the university, but the English and a lot of stuff, that is related to the area that I want to work. So, and that's it, guys.
And do you, Natalia?
When I was a teenager, I I was so concerned about the grades and about my future that I was one of the best students of my class. But the things changed a little bit when I tried to enter at a public university, because I studied my whole life in public schools. So when I entered at a public university to do engineering, a lot of things changed in my life, and I failed in some subjects. Was so difficult to me at the time, because when I was in the high school, I never failed, but I learned a lot in the process, and I am proud of me, because even I wasn't one of the best of my class at university. I tried and I tried a lot, and I think it's the most important thing.
You know what? I'm just like you. The same thing for me. So, and you, Dalmo?
I like a lot school and high school and college. And for me, I think it was something easy to get good grades because I was always involved with what was happening. I was always trying to ask questions during the class, but not because I thought that was something that I had to do to get good grades. It was because I'd like to know those things. But I noticed mainly in school, for example, and mainly with Portuguese, I had some difficulties because I almost every time didn't understand what the teacher was trying to teach me. And when I don't understand what is being teaching, usually my interest is low, and so I don't care about it. I don't read about it. I don't even question. I don't even question the teacher about my doubts because actually I didn't had a doubt because I wasn't understand anything they were trying to teaching me. And I think when I was in college was a little bit easier because even in those classes that I didn't understand a lot of things or that I hadn't a good teacher that explained everything, I had access to internet, to books, to YouTube, so I could reach for the information by myself. And so I didn't had so many troubles as I used to had on school, at school.
Yeah. To be hard or easy, any kind of learning process for us depends on a lot of things. Depends on your interest, as Damo said, depends on uh, your mood in that moment of your life. If you're up to go there and learn or not. So yeah, it depends on a lot of things. For me, as I said, was just like Natalia. Was one of the best students, and when I started to study in a university, it changed a lot, and yeah, that's it. I'm still I'm still. Oh my God, what happened to my English today? I'm so lazy today. Lazy, no, slow. Um, I'm still studying in a university, so yeah, one day I will finish it. Okay. And now talking a little bit about not just about um, school learnings or college learnings, university learnings, but now talking a little bit about life learnings. How can we learn, Krish? In what situation can we learn, for example?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think we can learn for me with my English studies. I learn with TNT. Since April, I'm here every day. I'm improving my English, so it's helping me. I watch videos in English. I watch grammar videos too. So I think we have a mix of things to improve our language. So I think we can learn in that way, and it's practicing. So if you want to learn how to play guitar, you need to practice, you need to study. So I think practice is the best way to learn.
Perfect. And you, Dalmo?
Actually, I think we can learn with everything, with people, with TV, with YouTube, internet. I think that we must be open to it, because when you are not open to learn, you will not learn with nothing. But when you have an interest, you will search for it. When it appears for you, you will notice more easily. And so I think that I think we can learn with everything. Actually, when you want to learn something, there is some places that you go. For example, nowadays, I think the internet, YouTube is the first place that almost everybody goes when they want to learn something. And but I think in the past, for example, libraries was more important. To people has had access to books. I think it's changing now. I think the internet is turning to the new library, the library of the future. But I think it's a very open question. So there is things that you learn with your parents, something you will learn with your friends, but you had to be open for it, because when you are not open, you will not learn with nothing.
Yeah, definitely. And you, Natalia, what do you think? Do you agree with Dalmo, with Chris?
I totally agree with Dalmo. I think nowadays we can learn with a lot of different places, and I love to talk, and I love to know different people. So for me, the best option is learn from people and learn talking and with communication. And I also love to learn with YouTube videos. And I don't know if you know these websites, but Coursera and Udemy, I think in these websites we have a lot of different courses about the different subjects. Then we can learn about even we about anything with a cheap price. And I think it's a good way to know more things. And that's it.
And what about you, Wesley?
So I totally agree with what Dom said. I think that we can learn everything, that happens with us. Can be with you searching about a subject on YouTube or Google and reading a book, or even when something bad end up happen with your life in your lives. it teaches, you know, a lesson, and you can learn with that and develop yourself. So that's it, guys.
Um, let me see. I'll skip the 5 and we go to the 61. Natalia, what you like the most? What fascinates you the most? That you feel like studying every time because you like it, this thing fascinated you?
I don't know. As I said to you guys before, I like to know about different topics. But one subject that I always like to learn is politics. I love politics, so I could spend my whole day uh, reading about politics, and I think it's so important to understand our bad situation right now. So I think it's important to all of us understand more about politics and not just to go to into opinion of the majority. And I think we need to construct our opinion, and I trying to do this studying and I love the subject.
That's nice. We had a week here on TNT just to talk about politics. I don't know if you were here, but it was a really nice one. You would like it.
I'm sure.
And you, Damo, what fascinates you?
Well, I think my professional has a lot. My job has a lot of different things interesting to learn, but I'm kind of tired about it. I think I've learned a lot of things already. So today I try to learn something different, some subjects that I hadn't the opportunity to learn in the past. And there is a thing that I like a lot, but I hadn't the opportunity to learn about, but something that in the future I want to learn more. It's about architecture. There is nothing related to my job, but something that I like. I like to know why people build that building that way, and I like to know the history of that people by the building they built in the past, and something that I think is very interesting. And today I don't have too many time to learn about it, but something that if I had time, it was something that I will study more.
That's really nice to start to study something totally different from your job, from your profession. So yeah, I like it. It's really nice. And what about you, Krish?
With TNT, TNT made me like language more. So I want to study Italian and French, but now I'm improving my English. So I think TNT made me a dedicated student, and I love the language right now, and I want to study more and learn how many languages that I oh my gosh I oh my gosh I forget the word. It's because that I'm here improving my English, but I want to learn something like 7 languages or 6. I really like.
That's really nice. Good luck with that. I am trying to learn one more, and yeah, it is really hard. It's not like I learned English. I am trying to learn Japanese, and it is really different from English, from Portuguese. So it is hard for me at least. And
And
I
Bia said Spanish is
never,
difficult. Is difficult than Japanese, and
yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah. For me, Spanish is harder than Japanese, definitely, because oh my god, it is really hard. In Japanese, we don't have gender, for example, so or number, so it is easier.
But
Um,
it's also the same thing that we have in Portuguese, so it's a little bit different Spanish.
a little bit is not a little bit for me. For me, Portuguese is hard, so Spanish is hard too. The difference is that I am a native speaker. What?
I totally agree with you because I think the grammar of the Portuguese language is terrible.
Yeah, it is
So
really hard.
I also have problems with Spanish. Even I understand a lot, I can't speak because I think it's very difficult to understand the grammar.
Yeah, for me it's really, really hard to speak. I can't understand. Sometimes I go to YouTube and watch some some of the meetings of Krislana, and I can understand what they are saying, but I try to speak and I couldn't. I don't know what happened, but I could just say things in English instead of Spanish. I don't know what happened to my brain.
Sometimes I think I can speak Spanish better than Portuguese because Portuguese is very difficult. Yeah, because oh my gosh, when I was learning grammar, I always take worse degrees in my school.
You know what? I feel like that sometimes, depending on the subject, I think that for me it's more comfortable to talk in English. And I don't know why, but I don't know, 1 year ago it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. I was afraid to to talk in English. I was afraid to share my opinions, but TNT changed that, and now I feel like more comfortable talking English depending on the situation. So
I tried to
I get
learn
it.
Spanish when I was teenager. Actually, I did all the course, but in the end, it seemed to me that all the things that I learned don't I didn't need because it seems that Spanish is something so close to Portuguese that even who didn't study Spanish can speak Spanish. And when I speak in Spanish, I always think that I'm actually speaking Portuguese. And for me, it's something I don't know. But actually, these days I was on Netflix and I choose a Spanish series to watch because my teacher was from Chile, and the pronunciation I think is very different. And I didn't understand anything that they was saying. And I think they had a lot of gírias, and they use a lot these gírias. And it was so hard for me to understand. I had to put subjects.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys made this, but sometimes when I have to send a message right now in the pandemic to my Portuguese professor, I review the text a lot of time because it's hard. Oh my gosh, I sending a message to my Portuguese professor, so it's very crazy. And to my Spanish professor, I send the text and it's everything okay.
Yeah, Portuguese is really, really hard. Well, for me, it is. I had to study more than the other subjects at school because it was hard sometimes for me. And so, continuing, Wesley, uh, what fascinates you the most that you feel like studying?
So one thing that fascinated me a lot is study English, you know, because I like too much about to know about other cultures, about being touch with people from other countries, countries very different from my countries. I like too much being in touch with them and have conversations and learn new stuffs. I think that it's something, you know, that fascinated me a lot, and it helped me to keep studying English, to keep motivated studying English. So that's it, guys. That's my motivation to keep studying English.
You know what? These days, I was thinking that it is really hard to learn something when um, you don't have not a motivation, but
A goal?
a, yeah, a goal. Thank you. It is really hard when you don't have a goal. And I am studying Japanese, but I don't have a goal. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm doing because I like it, you know. I don't have a goal like um, going to Japan, or I don't know, get a better opportunities in my job. Nothing like that. I just like it, and it's really hard when you don't have a point of why are you doing it, you know. Do you guys feel like that too?
It
I
happens.
Yes,
No,
for
you can
sure.
go, Natalia. After I,
Okay. I think it depends. Depends of my mood. It depends to a lot of things to me. But I think for me it's not hard to learn. But I think it's hard to maintain a routine when we don't have a goal. And for me, that's the problem.
I was saying about English, I studied when I was kid and teenager, and for a long time, as I didn't have anything, any goal with that language, I stopped to read in English or to try to learn more. And only last year, I realized that I need more because I need to read more in English and I wanted to see more the news in English. And I realized that I would have to study more. And I now enjoy studying English because I want to read more and and to be able to understand more what they are saying. And so for me, it was I think that changed completely my relationship with the English.
Wesley, you were saying something?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Just to say that I agree with you. Just it.
Yeah. Is everybody back? No, not yet. So yeah, as I said, it is really hard for me to keep studying when I don't have a goal, or to, as Natalia said, to maintain a routine. For example, in the beginning, I was learning like every day, and I learned really fast. In, I don't know, less than a month, like 3 weeks or something like that, I could build a phrase, you know. So it was really fast. but I stopped, and I am stopped like it's been more than 1 month that I stopped learning. So now I just forgot everything that I learned, and yeah, it is hard, but I'll try to get back that routine and start to studying every day. So, hello guys, welcome back to the main room. How was
I came
it?
back here.
How was it, guys?
It was really nice, despite the fact that we couldn't cover all of the questions, but the one that we could cover was really uh, awesome because I learned that I have to use now, for example, Pomodoro technique if I wanna do, something or achieve something quickly in my life. Also, some of the students there, the roommates mentioned that he was using a kind of technique to boost his English. It was really nice and staggering because I could learn something from him. And also, someone has mentioned about using a kind of root cause analysis technique, to address some problems. In a nutshell, it was really awesome.
That's really nice. And does anyone else wants to add something? Wants to say something? How was it?
Oh, I have a great conversation in a room. I learned about this subject. Is very, very wonderful. And I can learn what Simeon used for learn. I need this. This is great for me.
Bia,
Awesome.
in
What?
in our home, we have Jose Webson, a guy specialized in on learning. Yeah, I think that he can add some things to all the people here.
Please do it.
Okay, thank you, Diego, for mentioning that. But I'm learning with you guys. I'm always in the process of learning. I think the learning process is not easy. Comenius, it's a theory about the learning process that told it we need to learn everything to live in society. So there is no something that's more important than other things. Everything that constructs the society is important to learn to live in society. For example, it's important to learn mathematics, it's important to learn languages, but it's also important to learn respect, you know? So everything to live in society, it's important to learn. And we learn process is not easy. It takes time. It takes time, we must to be awareness about our potential to learn something new. But it's hard, like athlete's life. We need to train. We need to practice every day, and don't give up. Because to be good in something totally new, we really need training, we really need training. So be patient, don't give up. As a teacher, I work in a public school, and I need to say you guys about the English process in public schools, because everybody criticize public schools sometimes because they really don't learn English at public school. Because in public school, they always teaching grammar. But I need to say something to you guys. In the guidance, in the documents, in the laws of the school, we are obligated to teach grammar. because we are preparing the students for the NA. You know, sometimes when I try to talk in English or in Spanish with my students, sometimes I have some criticize from my school, because that is not the focus. The focus is in writing and reading and prepare them to NA. So the traditional school really do that because they are following the documents and the law of the guidance, you know. It's very sad, because I think to learn a language is to communicate. The funny thing and the best thing to learn a new language is to communicate, you know. But that's it. We need to be patient and don't give up. It's a really nice conversation. Thank you very much.
Hey Bia, I think you have to, to bring the discussion here to TNT, because, that's something that we have to discuss, because the way that English is taught today, as Jose said, he is teaching students to do ENAM exam. It's really hard because he is not preparing, the students for the problems that the real lifer, will present, to them. That's something that needs, to be discussed here. I think it's my suggestion.
That the teacher in the public school are prepared for that, but the documents and the law, no. The documents and the law have to change, and quickly.
Definitely. And I will think about a topic like this. We definitely have to talk more about this, not just on TNT, but we just have to talk more about it. We have to talk about what's happening with us, like as a society. So we have to talk. So I would definitely think about a topic like this. And we don't have time, but I put in the chat some things. The first link is our feedback. So please answer this, because I'm always looking at it and then you can put there, oh B, I hated the meeting, oh B, I like it, the meeting. So you can just put everything there, or even give me some suggestions. For example, the next week, I don't have a topic for next week. Maybe, it is always not working. I'll try to make it work. So just put there, I don't have a topic for next week. Maybe we can talk about what we just discussed, but I have to think. So you can just put in the feedback everything. I will put a new link in the Telegram group, because this is not working. So we also have the link of the Telegram group. Actually, the Aprendi website, I don't think is working. The Instagram, YouTube, podcast, so everything's there. Oh, thank you. Let me put. Okay, I will put the link in the Telegram group. And we don't have time, but I wanted to say something. Guys, if you have, I know that is some strategies to learn, and some things work for someone and the other doesn't work for other person, and we have a lot of strategies, but I want to know about your strategy to learn English, for example, or to learn everything. If you could put in the Telegram group, it would be really good. So we all could should share our experience or our strategies to learn, and maybe it can be good for someone. Thank you a lot, Ricardo. So we have the feedback there. And yeah, guys, that's it. We don't have time, and I am talking and talking. Please, if you want, put there your strategy to learn English in the Telegram group so we can help each other. And don't forget the feedback. That's it, guys. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, all the
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
See you. Bye.